The arena buzzes with anticipation as the lights dim. The stage is set for an epic showdown between two of WWE's most talented superstars. The Miz, known for his brash persona and relentless trash talk, and Dolph Ziggler, the high-flying fan favorite renowned for his heart and athleticism. The match they are about to face is a 5-round, 15-minute Iron Man match, where the competitor with the most pinfalls or submissions at the end of time wins. As the announcers hype the stakes, they highlight both men's careers and the simmering animosity that has built up over the weeks. In the world of professional wrestling, few rivalries have ignited fan passion quite like that of the Miz and Dolph Ziggler. These two superstars, embodying contrasting styles and philosophies, have locked horns multiple times throughout their storied careers. With their personal animosities rooted in character and competition, the stage was set for a thrilling 5-round, 15-minute Iron Man match. Years ago, this rivalry ignited on the grand stage of WWE. The Miz, a brash and self-assured superstar, often flaunted his Hollywood persona, while Dolph Ziggler, known for his athletic prowess and charisma, positioned himself as the underdog hero. Time and again, these two had crossed paths, each match adding fuel to the fire. The fans recalled legendary moments, The Miz stealing highlights with cunning tactics, and Ziggler shining with his incredible athleticism. Their matches were classics filled with drama, high spots, and blistering insults. But it wasn't just about wins or titles. It was about proving who was the best in the ring. As the weeks turned into months, the tension between The Miz and Ziggler reached its boiling point. Each week on WWE programming became a battleground of words, culminating in a heated contract signing. As both men signed their names, the air crackled with a palpable intensity, and the final phrase echoed in the arena, "May the best man win." The stipulation of the match was established. A 5-round, 15-minute Iron Man match where the competitor with the most falls at the end would be declared the winner. Each round would last 3 minutes, reflecting their grueling past. Endurance and strategy would be just as critical as sheer strength and agility. The Miz made his WWE debut in 2006 after gaining fame on The Real World and later appearing on WWE's Tough Enough. He quickly garnered attention for his brash personality and willingness to embrace the role of a heel. Meanwhile, Dolph Ziggler debuted in 2004, initially performing under the ring name Nick Nemeth. Ziggler was always marked by his incredible athleticism and a natural ability to connect with the crowd, becoming a progressively popular figure. The Miz's rise to mid-card prominence intersected with Ziggler's ascent as both competed in the same locker room. Their contrasting personas sparked the first flames of rivalry. The Miz's arrogant self-promotion set against Ziggler's striving beliefs to prove himself as a top-tier talent, created an undercurrent of tension. Their rivalry began to heat up in 2010 when they found themselves as tag team partners in the early stages of WWE's Team SmackDown vs. Team Raw concept. The heat was palpable during these interactions. The mutual disdain for not only each other's tactics, but also their different approaches to wrestling, laid the groundwork for future confrontations. The 2012 storyline that saw The Miz sidelined with a knee injury, while Ziggler soared towards a significant push, winning the Money in the Bank ladder match for a shot at the WWE Championship, served as a pivotal moment. Throughout this period, The Miz often made subtle jabs at Ziggler's intentions and ambition, insinuating that his achievements were built on arrogance rather than talent. One of the most notable moments occurred during the WWE Night of Champions in September 2012, where both superstars were involved in various segments, promoting their respective matches and ambitions. Tensions flared as they exchanged barbs during promos, amplifying the belief that Ziggler relied too heavily on outside distractions, such as managers and alliances. The rivalry crescendoed during WWE TLC 2014, where Ziggler faced The Miz for the Intercontinental Championship in a thrilling ladder match. Each competitor brought their A-game, as The Miz relied heavily on strategy and cunning, while Ziggler showcased his athleticism. The match encapsulated their methods: Ziggler's reckless abandon against The Miz's calculated approach. The match served as a turning point. Ziggler ultimately emerged victorious, but it was more than a title change. The audience was left with the feeling that there was unfinished business. The Miz's anger boiled over during the post-match interviews, where he claimed Ziggler didn't deserve the title and that nothing about him was worthy of the limelight. This confrontation infused the rivalry with fresh energy as raw emotions began to surface. Post-TLC, their feud transitioned into a war of words, punctuated by segments on WWE SmackDown and Raw. Ziggler often mocked The Miz, ridiculing his Hollywood aspirations and portraying him as an ego-driven fraud. The Miz fired back by suggesting Ziggler would always be a second-tier talent despite his tremendous wrestling ability. Their verbal battles became must-see segments, leading to electrifying encounters that escalated their animosity. On June 6, 2016, during an episode of WWE SmackDown, The Miz and Ziggler engaged in one of their most heated confrontations. They traded barbs about respect, ambition, and worthiness, showcasing their ability to bring the audience into the intensity of their feud. The Miz's line, "You're not a star, Dolph, just a joke," echoed loudly through the arena and resonated with fans. Fast forward to the 2016 WWE Backlash event, where Ziggler and The Miz faced off for the Intercontinental Championship once again. The build-up to this match was rife with personal stakes, as The Miz's wife, Maurice, added an electrifying dynamic that only heightened the stakes. The match itself was a roller coaster. Both wrestlers pushed each other to their limits, using high-risk moves and cunning tactics. The Miz's protection of his championship combined with Ziggler's desperation to reclaim his status created a compelling narrative. Their confrontation culminated when The Miz successfully retained his title, albeit through controversy, as Maris interfered. The aftermath saw Ziggler wrestling with defeat and contemplating his future. In a post-match promo, Ziggler expressed frustration that culminated in his famous words, "I refuse to become another failed experiment." This moment epitomized the depth of their rivalry, as followed by the focus on Ziggler's existential crisis within WWE. The bell rang, and both competitors charged at each other, their years of rivalry boiling over. The Miz, utilizing his experience and cunning, quickly took Ziggler down with a series of calculated moves, claiming a quick pinfall after a DDT. The Miz was leading 1-0. Ziggler, never one to back down, retaliated with a flurry of zigzagging punches. The crowd erupted as he landed a swift superkick, evening the score at 1-1, as the first round ended with both men locked in a furious struggle. The tension was palpable, and the fans were on the edge of their seats. As the second round began, Ziggler utilized his quickness, darting around the Miz, aiming for a series of drop kicks. He managed to pin the Miz again, pulling ahead 2-1. The Miz, however, proved resilient, countering Ziggler's attacks with unexpected maneuvers. He clawed his way back, catching Ziggler in a figure-4 leglock, which kept the crowd guessing. As time ticked away, Ziggler desperately tapped out, 2-2. Both athletes were visibly tired, but the crowd understood that this match was about more than just the score. It was about redemption for each man. In the third round, fatigue began to set in. Ziggler's pace slowed, while The Miz capitalized, demonstrating why he was a former champion. The Miz connected with a skull-crushing finale, pinning Ziggler once more, bringing the score to 3-2. But Ziggler surprised the audience, summoning his final reserve of energy. With little time left in the round, he executed a breathtaking diving DDT. The pinfall achieved, Ziggler left the score at 3-3. The audiences were collectively overwhelmed. They knew this battle was heading to an epic conclusion. Round 4 began with a stark contrast in strategy. The Miz opted for a more tactical approach, while Ziggler sought to unleash his athleticism. Utilizing elements of surprise, Ziggler executed flawless wrestling maneuvers, wriggling free from the Miz's grasp. Ziggler secured another fall with a well-placed zigzag, marking an impressive 4-3 lead. The Miz, though frazzled, retaliated momentarily with brutal strikes, but the fatigue became evident. The clock wound down, and neither man could outpace the ticking time. As the round ended, Ziggler held a narrow 4-3 advantage. The final round saw both competitors drawing from every ounce of strength and willpower. With the score at 4-3 in Ziggler's favor, The Miz was determined to tie the match. As the final moments ticked away, it seemed Ziggler was on course to secure his victory. In a moment of desperation, The Miz, eyeing the clock, launched himself at Ziggler and executed another masterclass, this time transitioning quickly into a vicious submission maneuver. Ziggler fought desperately to escape, managing to hold on until the final buzzer echoed throughout the arena. The match concluded, and the score remained 4-3 in favor of Ziggler. With both competitors utterly spent, the momentary silence in the arena gave way to thunderous applause. Ziggler, lifting an exhausted hand in victory, showed sportsmanship by helping The Miz to his feet. The rivalry had reached new heights. While Ziggler had emerged victorious, fans knew The Miz would return for more. As their eyes met, the respect was clear. This wasn't just about titles anymore. This was about legacy. Game simulation analysis, technical breakdown, physical attributes and stamina. The Miz, known for his cardio, often utilizes stamina-based strategies. He averages about 20 minutes of intense physical activity and recovers quickly. Ziggler has a natural athletic ability, but relies on bursts of energy. His resilience allows him to recover, though he may tire more rapidly against an opponent like The Miz. Match strategy. Ziggler. Quick strikes, utilizing high-flying maneuvers, benefiting from pace changes. His skill lies in swift counterattacks and charismatic explosiveness. The Miz, a calculated wrestler. His focus on mind games and exploiting weaknesses offers him an edge in endurance-based matches. Special moves and their impacts. Ziggler's supersonic performance and finishers allow him to gain quick bouts of control, but The Miz's strategy and submission plants fear in his opponent. A well-timed, skull-crushing finale may change the course of the match at any moment. Predicted outcome mathematics, if 90-minute simulation. Assumed both men gradually tire, resulting in each securing approximately 5 to 7 falls across the extended time frame before an anticipated draw is possible. With strategic late-match stamina usage and potential interference from outside factors, the crowd, staff, etc., the match could easily become unpredictable. Sometimes it's not just about who wins or loses, it's about storytelling, endurance, and the passion that fuels a rivalry. The Miz versus Dolph Ziggler embodies the very nature of competition in professional wrestling, a narrative of triumph, heartbreak, respect, and in the end, an everlasting feud that will echo for years to come. The Iron Man match served as a stage that highlighted their skills and determination, but the rivalry itself is far from over, and thus sealed the chapter in the saga of The Miz and Dolph Ziggler, leaving fans clamoring for the next encounter long after the final bell had rung. The wrestling world is painted with rivalries, but few exhibit the depth, intensity, and evolution seen between The Miz and Dolph Ziggler. Their feud revolved around not just the titles, but their personalities, careers, and legacies within WWE. From their initial encounters to the emotionally charged matches, their story showcased what can happen when two talented athletes clash in a battle fueled by egos and aspirations. As we reflect on their history, we see that the Miz versus Ziggler saga stands as a testament to the power of storytelling within professional wrestling, a rivalry still echoing in the halls of WWE, waiting to create another chapter. The Miz and Dolph Ziggler's story continues to resonate with fans, proving that in the ring, every word and every action counts in crafting the legacy that both aims to leave behind. Their ongoing rivalry remains one of the most compelling narratives in WWE history, illustrating that even in scripted matches, raw emotions and real-life experiences intertwine, creating unforgettable moments.